Have you ever looked into the eyes of someone close to you and felt an unexplained discomfort, despite their smile, despite their words? Have you ever sensed that something was off, even though they acted kind and supportive? What if that uneasy feeling wasn't your imagination, but a message from your intuition, warning you about a hidden emotion, one that has been carefully masked? Carl Jung, one of the most influential thinkers in the study of the unconscious mind, believed that every human carries a shadow, a part of ourselves we repress, deny, or refuse to accept. And ironically, it is within our closest relationships that these hidden elements often come to the surface. In this video, we're going to explore 8 subtle yet powerful psychological signs that someone close to you may secretly harbor resentment or even hatred toward you. These signs are rarely obvious. They appear in the pauses of a sentence, in an offhand joke, in what is not said when it matters most. Let's begin by looking deeper beneath the surface of human behavior and uncover what may be silently working against your peace. 1. Disguised contempt through irony. Jung taught that what we dislike in others often mirrors something hidden in ourselves. This process, known as projection, reveals itself not through open conflict, but through veiled language. One of the most subtle expressions of resentment is humor that leaves a bitter aftertaste, those jokes that seem harmless but somehow sting. If someone close to you often uses sarcasm or teasing that targets your vulnerabilities or undermines your confidence, pay attention. It might not be just humor, it might be hostility in disguise. Over time, these repeated jabs, masked as lightheartedness, can erode your self-esteem. Jung warned us that when a person cannot process their inner conflicts, they will unconsciously cast those shadows onto others. In this case, irony becomes a passive weapon, difficult to identify but deeply damaging. Ask yourself, do these remarks come from affection, or are they slowly corroding your sense of self? The answer may reveal more than you expect. 2. Subtle sabotage of your progress. Sometimes hostility doesn't look like aggression. It looks like forgetfulness, distractions, or misplaced advice. Jung emphasized that unconscious motives shape many of our daily actions. When someone close to you begins to interfere with your plans, delaying your goals, diverting your focus, or offering discouraging words masked as concern, you may be experiencing covert sabotage. At first, it may seem coincidental, but repeated instances where this person disrupts your progress suggest a deeper motive, often rooted in envy or insecurity. The shadow, once again, operates through projection. Instead of confronting their own fears of failure, they try to keep you from succeeding. This kind of sabotage is rarely loud. It whispers, and if you don't recognize the pattern, it slowly drains your motivation. Identifying it is the first step toward protecting both your energy and your direction. 3. Emotional absence during crucial moments. Genuine relationships are revealed not in everyday chatter but in critical moments, times of celebration, grief, or transition. When someone who claims to care about you becomes emotionally absent exactly when you need them the most, this is not accidental. They may show up physically, but their words are distant, their presence mechanical. Jung called this a disconnection from the self, a symptom of unresolved inner conflict. Someone who is emotionally numb to your highs and lows may be avoiding their own emotional truths, and in doing so they cannot truly be present for yours. If they consistently dismiss your feelings, change the subject, or offer surface-level support that lacks empathy, it may be time to reevaluate the depth of that relationship. Your emotional milestones deserve to be honored, not minimized. 4. Silent competition and comparison. Some rivalries don't need to be spoken aloud to exist. Jung observed that many people, unable to accept parts of themselves, will project those insecurities by turning relationships into quiet battlegrounds. If you share an accomplishment, and the response is a swift redirection to their own success or a subtle one-upmanship, this may indicate hidden resentment. It's not just a need to share, but a compulsion to compete. This dynamic creates tension, even if cloaked in politeness. You might feel constantly measured, corrected, or overshadowed. Over time, this erodes the space for genuine connection. Jung believed that true self-awareness involves recognizing when you're being used as a canvas for someone else's hidden struggles. When relationships become arenas for subtle dominance, your energy becomes collateral. It's worth asking, is this connection fueling your growth or draining it? 5. Distorted information behind your back. One of the most damaging expressions of hidden hate is the distortion of truth. When someone close to you shares altered or negative versions of your story with others, they may be projecting their own inner chaos in an attempt to tarnish your image. Jung often spoke of the shadow's need to defend itself through external blame. Gossip, half-truths, or veiled criticism can be tools used to project unresolved insecurity onto you. The result? Doubt, confusion, and fractured trust in your social circle. If you notice shifts in how others treat you, or you hear strange interpretations of events you lived firsthand, take it seriously. These indirect attacks carry real consequences. To protect your emotional clarity, it's vital to establish boundaries and address the issue, before it damages not only your reputation, but your peace of mind. 6. Inability to celebrate your success. Joy shared is joy doubled, but if someone close to you consistently reacts with indifference, discomfort, or even dismissiveness when you succeed, that's not neutrality, it's a red flag. Jung observed that what we cannot accept in ourselves, we cannot truly celebrate in others. When someone sees your progress as a threat, they struggle to offer sincere praise. They may downplay your efforts, shift focus, or avoid the topic altogether. This isn't just a lack of excitement, it's a projection of their own perceived inadequacy. Your happiness becomes a mirror reflecting their discontent. If your victories feel lonely or unwelcome, consider what that says about the emotional foundation of the relationship. True support doesn't flinch in the face of another's light. 7. Coldness in moments of vulnerability. We reveal who we are not in our strength, but in how we respond to the pain of others. When someone shows detachment or even subtle cruelty during your vulnerable moments, it's a powerful indicator of suppressed negativity. Instead of offering comfort, they might shift blame, express impatience, or subtly shame you for needing support. Jung noted that those who cannot face their own wounds often react harshly to the wounds of others. It threatens their illusion of control. This emotional distance builds a wall that prevents authentic intimacy. If you notice that your suffering is met with silence or subtle scorn, it's time to ask, are you being supported or judged? Emotional safety is not a luxury, it's a necessity for any real connection. 8. Manipulation disguised as concern. Sometimes control wears the mask of care. Jung believed that the need to dominate others often reveals an internal lack of harmony. A person who constantly questions your choices, undermines your independence, or pushes their guidance onto you may not be helping. They may be shaping you to fit their comfort zone. This control is often quiet, polite, even loving, but it bends your will slowly, making you doubt your intuition. The danger lies in the erosion of your autonomy. You begin to wonder, are these decisions truly mine? Jung taught that authentic growth begins when we reclaim our freedom from external influence. If you sense that someone is subtly steering your life according to their fears, it may be time to step back and reaffirm your boundaries. Throughout this video, we've explored how the shadow, those hidden aspects of the human psyche, can appear in the very relationships we trust most. Carl Jung believed that to live consciously, we must first confront what is unconscious. That includes recognizing when resentment, envy, or hidden hostility is shaping our bonds. This is not about paranoia, but clarity. Identifying these signs is not only about protecting yourself, it's about understanding the deeper currents that influence your life and well-being. We all carry a shadow, but what matters is our willingness to face it, with honesty, awareness, and compassion. If someone close to you is harboring silent hate, you have two choices: confront it or walk away. Jung once said, "What you do not confront will become your destiny." So guard your emotional space, honor your intuition, and build relationships rooted in respect and mutual growth.